2 videos in the same day. Well, at least for me. I did the Osmonds video, the Fidget from Friends. Did that earlier where this was featured. This and this are the only 2 things that I chose to keep out of like the pouch that's Osmonds to enjoy for my time of having them. Nothing else really spoke to me very much. Of course, the big triangle is just awesome. Plenty of mass, really easy to spin, really fast, it slaps. Really, really good try. And this thing is, I find it interesting. It's a really good fidget, but it doesn't carry a ton of inertia, but it's still like heavy and kind of chunky, so it's easy to spin. So doing this with it is fun, but I'm not gonna like do this like I do with my heavy tungsten spinners, or even I guess like my stainless torque bar or my fuse, because like when I go to stop it after it's been sitting for a minute, it's just like doesn't have any go. It loses speed really quickly, it seems like. Let's unpack from the errands here. Sorry about that. Oh, got my edamame with me. I packed all this stuff and didn't even use it. I literally just went to the grocery store to buy like 4 things. Or you're almost out of dog food. Poor planning on our part. And I got some more flour. And is that it? Oh yeah, some milk. Crystal tie wraps, man. Good lord. It is really good. I haven't used this thing very much. This is probably still my baby. I like having a little more weight because it just like swings itself through the corners a little easier without having to be so fast. So this guy, I feel like I have to be really quick. I mean, it is fast, but if my movements are slow, it doesn't have enough inertia like that to finish the swing, versus the heavier one, it's got enough weight to pull itself through. And I've got a bubble burst with me that just lives in my bag here. I don't know if I've showed this very much. Grimsmo pin. I think I've made a short showing it. Pins can be fidgets too. They sure can. So good. Okay, Ollie, let's get to your stuff. All this blabbing. Sorry, I'm drinking some of this, and sometimes it makes me a little, I don't know, my throat gets a little weird as I take another sip. Like, it's kind of thick and creamy. So, yeah. All right. So, I think I know everything that's in here. He showed me. What you're here for in the thumbnail is the Dune, I'm sure. I mean, that's what I'm most excited about. And then there's some Zircuti buttons that I made him that are coming loose with use, like unscrewed. So I'm really curious about that. Hopefully that didn't show on the dress there. Let's see, did it? No, it's all torn off. There's no full parts. Sweet. Looks like we got some more cutting to do. Nice packaging, dude. Excellent packaging. Got a bubble wrap burrito. I think I need to put on a new razor. This thing ain't cutting very good. There we go. So we've got some buttons here for modding. I'm just gonna kind of put all those up here, and here we go. Here's the Zircuti ones. Found those right away. Nice. So that means everything else is here for mods. So I'm gonna put them up here on the tray. I don't know what's in there. That's got to be the Dune. That's some bubble wrap. Let's check what's in here. Buttons. Tissue paper. Going off camera for that. Buttons for modding. These crazy superconductor buttons. They definitely need some dishing. Those are just flat, but cool. Shouldn't be an issue. Should be able to dish them out. The etch probably isn't going to match, or I don't even know if I should etch them anymore. There's not much material left holding these outer rods on. They're just barely held in there, so I might just have to dish it out. Sorry about that. Golly. Might just have to dish them out and then, well, have two different finishes, like etched on the outside and smooth in the middle. Maybe tumble them or something. Because it's going to be, I don't know. We'll see. I am curious what I will do with these. Wrap them back up. Got them in the nice case. Sweet. We'll try those out here too. It's part of this, but let's get to the Dune first. I am very curious to see this. It's a spinner that's been around for a long time. I think it's hand spun designs. Some of these buttons are like the Dune buttons, I think, too. Or maybe it's these? I don't know. Anyways, there's titanium tea time buttons on here right now. So that's my first time checking those out, Jamie, if you're watching. So the Dune. What was I saying? So this is one that's been around a long time. And I've just never been quite sure because of the shape. Like, I do get these vibes a little bit. Especially once you get them side by side, but they start to get different once you get to the ends. But they are rather similar, huh? So it is a bit of a bar squid. I see it. Or this is more of a Dune try, right? What kind of bearing we got in here? He said I could change them out, but I do like it. It's Acer Racing. Kind of sounds like one. It does carry pretty good speed. That's one thing I was worried about with this, is that it would be a slow spinner because it's got a lot of, like, the weight is pretty evenly distributed, but I wasn't sure how it would be on the, like, inertia, like how much inertia it would actually carry. But it seems to carry quite a bit. Nice free spinning bearing. Spinning the button here to see. Tea Time's definitely got a very deep dish. A little bit of an edge there. Man, I mean, I think I like it, but I don't think I like $500 like it. You know what I mean? I would maybe trade like a custom, like a custom top of some value, not $500 value, but something like that maybe for one of these. But yeah, they're just, I don't know if it's not like that's what I see them going for in the secondary. $500 is good. I mean, it's fast and it slaps, for sure. Let's let it slow down for a minute. Still slaps. So, like, that's what I was talking about with this thing. I don't even know what it's called anymore. I keep calling it a Chelsea or a Thick or a Indy or something. I haven't kept up with the names. They all look so similar that it's hard for me to tell. That one, when I spin it, it doesn't carry its speed. So then whenever you go to stop it like that, this one still thumps. The other thing doesn't thump. This still thumps. Man, this one's really easy to catch. Because there's so much, I guess the bars are just so big and like wide, and how they're shaped. I do catch it really well. I don't love this finish. It needs to be tumbled. I don't think this finish would look as good on it. I think this slightly lustrous finish will do it a lot of good. It'll be really pretty on it. What do you think? I'll probably end up asking you. I'm just gonna kind of mess with it for a second. Whoa. Let's try with my buttons, right? Let's see what's going on. I think I want to try it with these too. Those are some modded tungsten edamame buttons. So let's see here. Why are these guys coming loose? Threads look good. I wonder if the set screw is just a little long, maybe? Make sure we're cinched down. Feels tight. These clear? They do. Nice. Tighten them up. Sometimes I like to do this because the rubber is grippy. Why are we clicking? What the? What was that? Why is it doing that? Okay, so it is contacting somewhere. A little bit too low of a ride height, I guess. They're definitely not loose. But make sure we're not scratched up back here. Tungsten's of course fine. It's not gonna be scratched from zirconium or titanium. There's no way. That is physically impossible. Looks like these clear. Curious how it feels with some tungsten grips. Not rattling. Doesn't sound like it's gonna hit. So it of course quietens it down. Definitely a little bit lower profile of a button. Oh, definitely. I mean, significantly lower profile of a button. Okay. Definitely changes the feel. Less feedback on the judder. Doesn't feel quite as fast. Maybe it does. It's just the spinner body itself has more inertia, so it doesn't jump as much because this is not in motion when I'm holding it. I usually do like the tungsten bar spinners to have lighter weight buttons. I don't usually run tungsten buttons on any bar spinner, just usually on the tries. And not even all tries, you know. So the more I play with it, I think I may want to add one to my collection for a little bit, you know. This one just came loose for sure. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Look at this housefly. Just chilling. Let's try it with, I wonder if the buttons I just made today will fit. Whenever I posted these, Ollie sent me a message and was like, shit, I already forgot exactly what you said. These might have a little bit too low of a ride height too. Yeah. Oh well. It's pretty though. But this shows me that how I could change buttons to also accommodate dunes. Because I have never had one to put it on, but it does have a bit of a slope up out here once you get further away from that center point. So it just gets really tight right there. So either a bigger chamfer on the backside or Obviously just a taller bearing shelf. One or the other would fix the problem very easily. But I made these really for an edamame with a tight bearing in it, and they clear on the edamame. No problem at all. Had this in there just to measure. So the Dune, man. Yeah, it's really good. Oh, I never got finished saying. The whole reason Ollie sent me this is there's a couple guys in the Facebook groups posting theirs and just raving about how good it is, and I guess I kind of know their taste. And I mean, if they think it's good, yeah, with these lightweight buttons, it's just smacks harder. It's neat. Can't get through the story. I commented and I was like, man, all you guys are giving me FOMO. Like, I've held out on one of these things for a long time, years. Like, it's been out since 21 or something, 2020. I really don't know. I don't remember the last time they were in production. So I've seen them a lot. I've seen all the Makume ones and other exotics. Just never been quite sure about the final shape and if it would be a high-performing spinner. But I can pleasantly say it is. Let me get my edamame here. Just doing 2 big heavy bars side by side. Man, this thing definitely this thing makes my hand jump a little bit. Let me get my scale here. I am curious. I guess what it weighs. I'll do it with the buttons on. These are both titanium. 196. 178. So yeah, and these are even heavier buttons than these. So it's definitely a heavier bar spinner. So that makes sense why it's thumping me so hard. Pretty sweet. Thank you very much for letting me check this out. I'll get you hooked up on your buttons here whenever the lathes are at a good point for swapping over to metric threads. Start popping these apart now. So these are going to be pillar buttons. I think those are here for modifying. I will have to go back for clarification. I just don't remember off the top of my head right now. It's not like I'm going to start doing this right now. Some crystallized titanium. Maybe those are NJT buttons. I'm not too sure. And some tree stump cap buttons. I've modified some of those before for Levi. This one, man, there's not much to work with here. I can maybe add some grooves or something on the thicker portion, closer to the outer diameter here. But down here closer to this middle bit, I'm gonna have to measure it, but definitely not much to work with there. Let's put these up to the side, and I guess I'm at this point. Kind of ran out of things to say about this stuffs. Ollie, this is for you, homie. Let's see if I can get these things to come loose on my edamame. That's what they're basically built for. Cinch them up by hand, put them on the thing, Like, how much use are we talking, I guess? Like, do I need to go use this thing for the evening and it can come loose, or is it going to do it here in, the next 3 rips? Still plenty tight. So yeah, I'll rock them for the evening, I suppose. And I'll wrap up the video here. I'm going to pop this guy in my case so it is safe. I don't know if I have a good spot for it though. Maybe up here. I don't know. No, doesn't fit there. Maybe it'll fit right here. Yeah, it fits. Cool. Got it down here at the end. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. I will see y'all in the next one. See ya.